Today we're going to be lifting the HRV. This is before. And we'll take some video and some pictures afterwards. Okay, we're gonna get started here. We've got it on the rack. We're gonna start by taking the top of the strut tower bolts so we can drop the struts out. And then we gotta take the suspension off. First thing we're gonna do is take the wheels off. This is our lift kit we got from a company called Rise Tuning. Never heard of them before, but they're the only ones we could get a kit for the HRV for, so that's what we're going with. So we're gonna get started here. So we got top struts bolt. Okay, so the top strut nuts are loose. Now we're gonna get this knuckle out of here and get the strut out of here. We need to undo the axle nut and these bolts here that hold these lines onto the side of the knuckle. We're gonna get the caliper out of here, sway bar link, tie rod end, and we'll take it all apart and we will go and change the studs over in the top. For the ABS wire. Sway bar link was a 14. Pads out, so we're going to drop them on the floor. There's a 19 that holds that. Let's have there to knock that loose. And we have 17s on the bottom ball joint. There is a 17 that holds the strut to the knuckle. We take that out. And we can separate the strut. And now we will go put the larger studs in, because the lift requires some larger studs. I'll show you when we're all done. Okay, so we got the new larger studs installed. It had these little short ones in here, but in order to get the spacer blocks on here, we had to put these longer ones in. The spacer blocks just go on like so, and then we put it up in the car and put all those bolts back together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put the strut up inside the car here, inside the wheel well, and get it bolted up, and then we're going to put the car back up in the air and put the rest of it back together. the axle nut back on. Okay, so we're going to do the rear now. We have actually two spacers, one for the spring, one for the shock absorber, because this has a separate, it's not a strut assembly. We're going to start with the shock absorber. There are two bolts way up in here. We're going to take those two bolts out, put the spacer in, put the longer bolts in, put it back together, and then we're going to put the spring in. All we need to do to the spring, I've already loosened the sway bar to give me a little extra wiggle room. We need to take this one bolt out, pivot that control arm down, and the spring seat with the control arm will give us the ability to put the spacer on top. We're going to get going on that right now.
Figuring that out slowly.
First one started there. Spacer in now. Take out this 17. I didn't need to take this out. I'm going to need to take this nut off the sway bar. Piece out. Sway bar link mounted back up. Sway bar link's all tight. Jack in here. Good. Just put the tires and wheels on, we'll put it down, and then we're going to do an alignment.